I don't like to coach. And I struggle because I remember this therapist saying to me about a person I was seeing, give him his lines and see if he can run them. And I was like, okay, wait, hold on. So wait, tell him how to treat me and see if he can do it. But how long does that last? Because I feel like if I don't inspire you to treat me a certain way, or that is not how you naturally are, I don't want it.
Yeah. Do you think that in some relationship you need to be a coach?
I think in every relationship, it's funny. That's the funny thing about clips, right? In every relationship, I think there are things you have to share about yourself, things you like and don't like. However, I need to see the character up front and the baseline treatment before I say a word. So the telling a man this is what I like and this is how and this is no. And I'm not saying that people shouldn't, right? I'm speaking for myself in that I've tried that before and it just ends up making the person have these temporary stints of doing something, but because it's not really who they are, it's not really how they're inspired to love or to show up. So I need to see that first. The man that I do best with has a level of bravado that I need because the guy that and I try to teach this to my boys and I learned this from a male friend too that it doesn't really matter it kind of what you look like, even necessarily what your job is. There's a level of confidence and engagement that I think some women, I can't speak for all, like. And at the end of the day, beyond behind all the things you think I'm doing and the success that you think I have, at the end of the day, I'm a woman who would like a man to see her and love her separate from what I do for a living or how I show up in society because that's not who I am. That's just part of my journey. But when we're home and we're out of the public's eye, that's the focus. And so that has to be the constant focus. So I've heard the intimidation thing. I've heard it enough to believe that it can be true. I don't know what to do about that because I don't know what's intimidating. I don't think I'm in, personally like I think I'm approachable. Now, some men may say no because you don't smile enough or whatever that thing is, but it takes 2 seconds for me to
Right.
show these pearly whites. So, yes. So anyway, yes, I've heard that. Yes, I'm aware of it. Don't really know what to do about it.
Working in corporate America all these years, do
Mhm.
you find that it gave you a tough skin to how you deal with people?
Hmm. I don't think so. I think that between my mother, Hampton University, and pledging Delta Sigma Theta Sorority
Hmm.
Incorporated, I gained a level of not taking things personally and putting my focus on what I want and not so much on the noise. But I think corporate America mostly gave me an understanding of how to navigate dynamics in spaces where you have no control over who's in your sphere, right? Because those people are selected by HR, by managers, and you have no idea who they are,
Right.
but yet you all have a common goal and belief systems get in the way, ageism gets in the way, sexism can get in the way, value confrontation, so many things can get in the way of you accomplishing that goal. And unfortunately, most people don't have understanding around not taking things personally and aren't as confident in themselves. So that's why HR is always busy because the people stuff, right, gets into play because everybody's thinking everybody's offended all the time.
Did
Yeah.
you know at a young age what you wanted to do in life? What career path you
Absolutely
wanted to
not.
take?
No.
At what point
Here's
did
what
you
I
decide
knew.
that?
Well, here's what happened was that when I got to high school, I got really good at math. So all the adults and the guidance counselors all also always, I mean, all said you should major in finance and accounting
Hmm.
because there's not a lot of women, there's not a lot of people of color, like it's a place you can stand out and you can make a lot of money. So without any understanding of what a day in the life of a finance and accounting person looked like, I forged ahead, majored in finance, got a job in audit, and started my career path to be what I thought I wanted to be, a CFO. But as I moved around to different Fortune 500 companies in audit and financial analysis, I realized that what you're good at isn't necessarily what you want to do.
Right. What makes a person an expert? Do you, and don't answer that question because I have a follow up. Do you have to be a, do you have to have a college degree or a certificate or the experience? Which
I,
of the two?
I don't think I could choose because I think it depends on what you're doing. There are some careers where you need a fundamental knowledge base that you need to get in a classroom. You need to
Mm.
pull through these concepts and ideas with a professional who understands them. But in this day and age, there's so many free classes online or inexpensive classes that you can take to learn things. So I don't know. I don't know. I know that the degree still gives you a level of credibility in certain spaces.
Correct. Correct.
But if you're 20 years in and you've written three New York Times bestsellers, I don't think anybody cares whether you graduated from college or not. So I think you really have to understand how you want to spend your life and how much you're willing to invest in it. Because school is not for everyone. You know, formal education is not for everyone. But if it's not for you, then what's the plan?